The Haunting of Grimsworth Manor. A Halloween Transformation by Ola. In the heart of a dimly lit forest, somewhere between the tangible and the ethereal, stood an old, dilapidated house. Time had twisted its structure into something more reminiscent of a spectre than a building, with wooden slats that groaned like old men, chipped paint peeling away like the memories of its past, and a yard overrun with weeds that seemed to clutch at the ground like desperate fingers. It was a place shunned by the living. Maya, an intrepid young woman with an adventurous spirit, had heard whispers from her friends about the house, the Grimsworth Manor, where strange happenings plagued the nights. People spoke of flickering lights and cold breezes that brought with them the whispers of the dead. It was said that the spirits of those who once inhabited the manor still roamed, haunted by their unfinished business. Alongside her was Amelia, her best friend, who was decidedly more skeptical. "Ghosts aren't real, Maya," she said, rolling her eyes. "It's just an old house." But if there was one thing that could convince Amelia to set foot in that forsaken place, it was the allure of hidden treasures. The story that intrigued them both mentioned a legendary artifact hidden within its crumbling walls. A medallion said to grant its owner untold powers. Of course, this was mere legend, but the thought of adventure was intoxicating. On the evening of All Hallows' Eve, the moon hung low and full, casting eerie shadows through the gnarled branches of nearby trees. The air was laden with a supernatural chill, and darkness crept ever so closer as they approached the manor. The girls stood at the foot of the porch where a crooked jack-o'-lantern grinned mischievously, its teeth jagged and uneven. A perfect match for the night. "I really don't like this," Amelia muttered, clutching a flashlight like a lifeline. As they stepped inside, the floorboards protested under their weight, creaking like the ghosts of ancient sailors lamenting their lonely fate at sea. The interior was just as one might expect. Cobwebs wove intricate webs of decay, and an unsettling draught whispered secrets through the cracks in the walls. Maya led the way, a mixture of thrill and anxiety coursing through her. "Remember, we're here for the medallion," she reassured Amelia, who lagged behind, the sharpness of her flashlight beam flickering nervously. "I wouldn't be too sure about that," a chilling voice echoed. A shadow darted across the room, and both girls froze, hearts pounding like drums. A figure appeared, a gaunt, translucent woman with hollow eyes that bore the weight of centuries. "Who dares trespass in my domain?" she croaked, her voice rasping like dried leaves in the wind. We're just looking for, some decorations," Amelia stammered, but her brave facade was cracking. The ghost tilted her head. "Decorations, you say? What kind of foolish child are you to think you could steal from me?" Maya, however, couldn't help but ask, "What happened to you? Why do you haunt this place?" With a glance entangled in sadness, the ghost replied, "I was once the mistress of this manor, adored for my beauty, but a monster caught me in these very woods." Not a water monster," Maya interjected, recalling stories of a creature that dwelled nearby, notorious for terrorizing locals. "Yes, a water monster," she cried, and something in the ghost's wail sent shivers down Amelia's spine. "He drank the souls of the unwary." Suddenly the ground trembled and a series of loud thuds echoed from outside. They rushed to the window and gasped. A creature emerged from the dark, gnarled, dripping with sludge. It was monstrous, with eyes like black pits and claws seemingly made for ensnaring the living. "Oh no, oh no!" Amelia shrieked, backing away. "I knew it, I knew there were monsters." "Wait, don't run," the ghost cried. "He only comes on Halloween. If the darkness falls just so, he can become—" "More monstrous," Amelia suggested, panic rising. "No, a laughing monster." The ghost's voice rose, swept away by laughter that echoed like the pealing of bells ringing out over fens and marshes. With her eyes wide, Maya asked, "What do you mean?" As if in answer, The door burst open, and there stood the water monster. But instead of terror, he tripped over the threshold, his body collapsing in a fit of giggles. "Finally! A trick-or-treaters bonanza!" he bellowed, the haunting sound now laced with what could only be described as glee. Maya and Amelia exchanged glances, confusion cracking their fearful demeanour. "Trick or treat!" the monster shouted again, springing to his feet. "I love candy, let's trade!" With that from beneath his murky exterior, he pulled out an immense sack filled with an avalanche of treats, the kind not found anywhere else. Luminous candies, chocolate bats, and even gummy skulls. "See?" the ghost now beamed, her sad visage lifting. "He just wants to have fun on Halloween. We don't have to fear him." Wait, Amelia laughed, the tension dissolving like sugar in warm water. "This is the Afterlife's Halloween party?" With the ghost grinning and the water monster tossing candies around them, the initial fear transformed into laughter, reverberating through the halls and awe of Grimsworth Manor. Maya couldn't believe it. "So you guys throw a party every year and we were scared for nothing?" "Exactly," the ghost chuckled, now swirling in the air with pure joy. "We just want friends for a night. Did you come for trick or treat?" "Trick or treat!" yelled the water monster, tossing a bat-shaped candy to Amelia, who caught it without thinking, still laughing. Maya, no longer afraid but full of mirth, replied, "Well, I think candy sounds like a great trade. Can we have some more?" There, amidst the flickers of candlelight and laughter, a hauntingly beautiful transformation occurred. The night that began with horror turned into a raucous celebration. Ghosts danced, monsters played games, and laughter echoed among the trees. When morning light finally broke through, the girls emerged from the manor, their arms laden with treats and their hearts brimming with joy. "Best Halloween ever," they chimed in unison, each holding candy as if they had discovered a treasure. As they walked away, the monster poked his head out the door. "Don't forget to come back next year. We run a candy flood now, thanks to you, and nobody gets hurt." Amelia just shook her head, still re-inspecting her candy haul. "Next time, we may need to bring costumes." And so haunted Grimsworth Manor became not just a tale of fears and phantoms, but a yearly gathering of laughter, ghosts and friends, where the supernatural transformed into the super fun. Halloween would never feel the same for either girl. After all, who could fear a water monster keen on candy?